Are you struggling to achieve your goals in dance? Are you looking in every which direction and everyone around you seems to be improving, but you're still stuck? This video is for you. Keep watching. I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons why you may be struggling to reach your goals in dance and how to change that. Hey guys, if you're new around here, my name is Hannah Martin. And on this channel, I share all my top tips I've learned as a professional ballet dancer with the Birmingham Royal Ballet. I've been a professional dancer for 4 years now, and over that period of time, I have learned so much about myself, my body, and the dips, the ups and downs of improving. First and foremost, I want to outlay that improvement is like this. It's a roller coaster. It goes up and down, you plateau, you sometimes dip, and then you sometimes spike. Nothing is linear in this journey, nothing is linear in life in general, but especially in dance. So if you're going through a dip right now, I'm really struggling and wondering whether to give up, you must realize that is so part of the process. So this leads me on to the reasons why you might be struggling. Number 1, you're not being consistent. Improvement and progress comes from consistency. I feel like a broken record on this channel because I talk about it all the time, but consistency really is the key to success. It's like saying to someone if they did 5 hours in the gym on one day and then didn't go to the gym for the rest of the year, that's going to see them make progress. Really, it's about small increments every single day. It's not about doing 5 hours a day. It's about doing that 20-30 minutes. I say this in my flexibility program. If you just do 20-30 minutes a day, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's just a simple routine, and you can see significant progress from just implementing small steps in your everyday. If you're not seeing progress, maybe you're not being consistent enough. Maybe think about ways you can factor what you're wanting to see in your life, what you're wanting to see in your dancing into your everyday routine. Make it part of your life, like making coffee in the morning. Once you start becoming consistent, progress is going to feel way easier and way more perceivable. Reason number 2. Now, I really struggle with this one because I like being consistent. I like trying to do a lot. I often try and do too much. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But sometimes I feel overwhelmed with how many things you can do to improve. I feel like I want to try and do everything because this person's saying this and that person's saying that. And in my rehab, I've definitely found that it's like lots of people are saying lots of different things, and I'm not quite sure which path to go down and which one's going to lead me to progress and success. Now, the bottom line is, you don't really know because you're an individual. There's never been one of you before, and no one 100% knows what is going to be right for you as an individual. But if you don't try any of them, then you're guaranteed to fail. But also equally, if you try and do all of them, you're actually not quite sure what is causing you to progress if you start seeing progress. And then you start getting overwhelmed, and in a minute we're going to talk about burnout. You just start doing too much. It's better to work smarter. And I know people throw this phrase around a lot, but working smarter is really finding what works for you, not being overwhelmed with the amount of different things that work, because there is a lot of things that work for different people, but you have to find what works for you as an individual. For me, I found this. I used to do hours of strength training a day, hours of ballet training, hours of cardio, and then I felt exhausted because I felt I was progressing, and I felt like I had to keep doing all of that every single day to make any progress. I wasn't actually working that smart because I was doing everything, but then I wasn't actually sure which part was actually helping me progress, so I felt chained to having to do everything every day. This led to burnout and injury and just flatly feeling exhausted all the time, so I couldn't even enjoy the progress I was making. So what I would recommend is picking something. I did this recently. I had lots of different rehab programs, did lots of different ideas coming out of everywhere. And I sat down and I wrote out all the different exercises, all the different programs that I could do. And I really was honest with myself. I was like, what is going to be most beneficial for me? What do I feel like I need to work on? Because everyone has ideas, everyone is trying to chip in, everyone is trying to help. But what do I feel like my body needs? And you're not going to get that right all the time. It's a bit scary at first. You're like, well, maybe I don't know what my body needs. And we will talk about that in a second too. But I wrote it out, and then I decided what exercises I think were going to be most beneficial to me. I say commit to something for 6 weeks. In order to see muscular change, I think this is what my physios have said to me, don't quote me on this, but it takes about 6 weeks to build muscle. So it takes about 6 weeks of doing a program to really see the biological results. I think that's the right term. But again, don't quote me. Try something for 6 weeks. If you're not happy and you don't start to see some progress, then maybe it's time to switch up and try something else. But at least you know, okay, that program didn't quite work for me. Let's try something else. Instead of jumping all over the place and never really knowing what's working, desperate just to see progress. Sometimes slow and steady is the best way to lead a more consistent, more steady, and to ensure more longevity for your career. My reason number 3, we've kind of touched on this, so I'll just quickly breeze through it, but maybe the reason you're not progressing is you are doing too much. You are overwhelmed by all those programs I just talked about, and you are trying to do all of it all the time, 24/7, and your body's actually not having enough time to recover. I have done this before. It's not a smart way of doing things. It might work in the short term, but in the long term, you're just going to get burnt out. So, as I said before, try my strategy of trying one program for 6 weeks and just seeing if you like the results. If you don't, you just change it. I think something as dancers, we always feel like we don't have enough time. But in reality, you have to lift that kind of time constraint on yourself because it makes you rush things, and ultimately it can lead you into burnout and injury. So give yourself the ease of time. Remind yourself you have your whole life ahead of you. I know dance is a short career, but it's not as short as 6 weeks. So give it 6 weeks and then give yourself the liberty to try something else if it's not working. Number 4, perhaps you're doing the wrong thing. Guidance is necessary. It is easy to be doing something a lot with the wrong technique. You're basically teaching your body again and again how to do it wrong. That's where guidance is necessary. Now, I realize for some people, one-to-one coaching and getting teachers in the studio is difficult. I mean, today I'm here on my own. You can't have one-to-one coaching all the time. It's not possible for anyone. Something I do recommend is maybe trying out some of my courses that you can do on your own. I've got my strength course, for 4-week course, which is helping lots of dancers achieve their strength goals. I also have a 4-week flexibility course, and those two together are a really strong program. And I talk you through all the technique and the things you need to look out for yourself. It helps you stay on the right path, doing the right thing to help you progress. So I really do recommend trying this out if that's something you're interested in. I have linked all the courses down in the description below. If you are looking for guidance, if you're looking to try and do the right thing in terms of technique and in terms of making sure you're not drilling your body to do the wrong thing, I would definitely recommend checking out the courses, listening very carefully to the instructions. And number 5, I have fallen into this before, being too obsessed with trying to progress. I think sometimes, especially in the ballet world or dance world in general, we think obsession is the only way we're going to get a foot up in this world. It's the only way to success. You have to be all consumed, all encompassed by this absolute desire and need to progress. I'm not saying this is not important. You need to have that desire, you need to have that drive, but for it to be all encompassing, sometimes it can have a detrimental effect. Trust me when I say I have been through this myself. It's really important to try and find some balance. To be honest, when I find better work-life balance, my dancing improves and progresses much faster. Something I've been learning in my rehab process is that sometimes more is not more. Sometimes less is more. Now, as a ballet dancer, I know that's very difficult to hear. It's not something we accept. Sometimes when I used to hear that, I'm like, well, you're just lazy. It's not about that. It's about using quality time and allowing your brain. Sometimes when you allow your brain to go into a more relaxed state where it's not constantly thinking about it, when you next approach the step, it has kind of processed all those things in the background. Your subconscious is a very strong tool to use. I used to think, I did a session with someone and I need to go away and I need to write notes and I need to really think about it to make sure it's gone into my body. Yes, there is times for that, especially when you're learning new choreography, new techniques. But other times, you just need to let that information that you've listened intently to during the lesson soak in. You don't need to be thinking about it 24/7, otherwise you're gonna struggle sleeping maybe, you're gonna struggle to function just as a normal human being. You need to make sure you're putting balance first. I know that's very difficult to say and it's very difficult to maintain during a dance career, but it's something you should strive to achieve because it's actually going to help you progress in your dancing. When you have that balance, you come into the studio with a more calm frame of mind. You're not always constantly like, well, this is not good and that's not good, I need to improve this. Try and strive for that balance in your life. Honestly, it makes such a difference. So guys, I hope that those tips or those reasons explained might be helpful for you. If you are interested in logging on to any of my courses, make sure to click the links down in the description below. This could provide a great platform for you to be able to progress without the stress of not knowing what to do, not being overwhelmed with too many resources. They're simple, straightforward routines that you can adapt into your everyday so it can help you be consistent. If you want more videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button because I make videos like this all the time. I also have a main vlogging channel where I take you on my journey as a ballet dancer, and I would love you to come along with me on that. Guys, I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Make sure to sign up to my motivational newsletter to keep you guys going each and every week. I'll see you very soon. Dream big and make it happen.